Hi everybody. Okay, so the other one ran over 13 minutes, so I just thought I'd do another one. I wanted to emphasize and it also explain that not only do I have PCOS, I also suffer from chronic pain, um, so badly that I have to wear pain patches, and um, I've done some videos on this. And it's called Chronic Pain and the Doctors That Don't Care, or there's a couple of them on there. I think I have like 45 videos, and it's more down towards like the beginning. um, but anyways, I'm when I got pregnant a year ago in January. I'm sorry, it was a year ago in December. I found out I was pregnant, and I was so scared because I had that, I do have a narcotic that I have to have. Um, and it's not like I'm addicted to it, or, I'm feeding it, or I have to take a lot of it. That's not the case. I have to have, um, I'm dependent on this medicine so the pain doesn't drive me insane. Um, I have what's called, um, it's called painful, really, like I could have told you that. Poly, which I knew poly was from polycystic ovarian syndrome, so I already knew what poly was, many. Um, so it's painful polyneuropathy, and the neuropathy is from mid calf down to my toes, from my hands. I don't know if you've ever been like to a concert or a place that you've clapped your hands a lot and they kind of hurt afterwards. Well, this is like smacking your hands together 1,000 times and you feel that burning, tingly feeling. Um, it just really hurt, and the pain is non-stop. It feels like I'm standing in a pot of boiling water all the time. It is a non-stop, mind-numbing, drive you insane pain that you cannot get out of. And the only thing that has relieved any kind of a little bit of that has been the medicine I'm currently on. So I was very afraid when I found out I was pregnant, because I was just like, well, that can't be good for the baby and all that stuff. And what I found out really surprised me. Um, so now I tell you this because I'm not a drug addict, so I'm not taking, like some people, they're hooked on what's that stuff, Vicodin, and they'll take like 30 or 40 of them a day, um, that kind of stuff. But anyways, if you're on a maintenance level of pain medicine, um, from what I understand, they monitor you, and like 2 weeks before you have the baby, they wean you off until you have the baby, and then you get back on it. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do, because, I mean, being off of it for 3 days just about killed me. Um, but now here, so anyways, they said that they would definitely work with me, and that I was getting help with that. And surprisingly, I found a few doctors. I'm sorry for keep messing with my microphone, but it shuts off sometimes. So anyway, I did find some doctors that was helping me with that. Unfortunately, I did have a miscarriage, and um, but anyway, so now that we're trying again, I am concerned because I am on this medicine. Now, the strange and odd thing that happened to me, it, about 7 years ago, the constant pain I had in my back was unbearable, and it was the hips and back pain. And I noticed that it would come on with my cycles, and I didn't have cycles sometimes, so I noticed that the time that I would be normally on, I would have this pain, and it would go away in about 14 days. So when I started taking progesterone cream, Now, like I said in my last video, that my progesterone is so low um, that for some reason I was getting pain, and we didn't understand why. Nobody gets it. Nobody understands it. All I know is it had went away after I started taking the progesterone. Now the neuropathy has gotten extremely, I mean, like really, really bad. And we're hoping that taking the progesterone cream I told you about earlier, taking the progesterone cream um, for the 21 days, and as much as I'm taking, we're hoping that that will help to where I won't have. We're hoping it's going to be the cure for neuropathy. Far fetched, I know, um, but I've done everything. I've done every test. I one time they took 14 vials of blood. The next day they took 15 vials of blood. I'm sorry, the next week they took 15 vials of blood, and they ran tests on me for everything you could think of, and it was all fine. Um, which is great. So it only leaves me to believe that there's only one thing that's causing it, and I'm thinking I've never heard of progesterone causing this much problems. However, it was the reason I was getting sick every month. I would get the cold, the flu. Um, one time I got shingles, and anyway, so we found out that the progesterone, to being that low, was making my immune system very low. So that has helped that. Along with, I also take, like I had said, I take the grapeseed extract. That helped a lot too. So, but anyways, taking the progesterone helped a lot. And then I was just like, okay, well, the only problem that I know it's behind the weight gain. I know it's behind, because when I'm taking the progesterone, I can drop. Gosh, I've dropped. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. I've dropped 30 pounds in 2 months being on it. Um, so I mean, I know it helps. I mean, so when people say, "Oh, I gained 10 pounds," I can do that in two. I've gained 20 pounds in a week, and that's documented. I went to the doctors one week, I went back the next, and it was 20 pounds heavier. And she's like, "Well, what happened?" And I says, I told you this happens. So this was the first time it was documented. It wasn't just me saying it. So, um, but it was really weird. It was like I had to prove, well, I'm gaining weight. Can you help me? Um, I mean, if I was losing weight dramatically, they'd be like, "Oh, there's something wrong." But when you gain weight dramatically, they're like, "Oh, you're just eating too much." No, there's something wrong. Can you please help me? I eat better than you do. All right, so anyways, uh, but what really, has been a concern has been the chronic pain. So what we're doing is we're really hoping that the progesterone cream will help the neuropathy. Now, from what I understand, um, I guess hormones and stuff like that is like a lubricant to your nerve endings. Um, So just maybe taking this for the 21 days during the month, and we're going to be doing that for the next, 4 or 5 months. Um, it may help. So we're just gonna find out and see. Because if it works, that would be amazing. It would be a miracle. But with my body and what it does to me with the very low progesterone, it's something's got to work. So I'm really hoping that this is what it is. Um, and as far as getting pregnant and carrying the baby and actually being able to carry the baby, um, it, I guess after 3 months your body kind of takes over and produces the progesterone itself. So, because see, when I was pregnant the last time, um, I was I started out at 0.04 when I found out I was pregnant. And then immediately I got on the progesterone because I was on a break of it. You can't, from what I understand, you couldn't be on it for a long, every single month. You have to take a break. So I was on a break with that for about a month and a half or 2 months. So I immediately got back on it, and my progesterone, they were monitoring my blood levels, so I know for sure that my progesterone got up to 6.03 or 4. So it had gotten up there to where it was supposed to be. So I know that it will definitely help me. I know that it's helped before. So, we're just hoping that this is the only thing we can do is try. I've tried everything else. Why not this? So, all right, leading on to 11 minutes, and I just want to address that was another issue we were having as far as, uh, trying and it's not only the weight, what's causing the weight problem and the pain is, another thing. So, and I also do want to add too, I am 40. The last time after I had the miscarriage, I went to a couple of midwives, and I said, well, if I'm concerned, about my age as well, and they were like, yeah, we really, sometimes age will outweigh the weight. So, let's see how you're gonna do. So, anyways, we're hoping, that I'll be 41 in September. Um, so the only thing we can do is try, and I'll keep you guys updated and posted on how I'm doing. And I thank you guys for all your love and support and understanding. And I'm there for you guys. And if you need anything, leave a message, and I'll get back to you. Thanks. Bye bye.